Good evening and welcome back to Etown News. I'm Molly Finkin.
And I'm Katie Hartman. OSA Bingo, Hispanic Heritage Month events, and more coming up after this.
Visit the High Library today for a sneak peek at its brand new classification system. This summer, the High Library is turning over a new leaf. Librarians are working to reclassify books from the Dewey Decimal System to the Library of Congress system. The shift will increase browsability and make researching titles a breeze. Check out the sample display on the main floor of the library by the stairs.
One of Etown's most popular traditions is back. OSA Bingo is returning to the cave this Saturday at 8 p.m. Students can win great prizes like concert tickets, an ice maker, a mattress topper, and more. Make sure to arrive early. Only the first 325 students in line will be admitted. It's one of the most popular events of the year, so you don't want to miss out. The event is free for all Blue Jays, but a student ID is required.
It was a fun time for those who attended the Elizabethtown Block Party last Saturday. There was free food, music, games, and more at the fairgrounds. The yard games were a big hit with the younger crowd. They kept the kids busy so the adults could check out the surrounding stands. Various nonprofit organizations were in attendance. They set up displays to raise awareness for their causes. The block party has been an annual celebration since 2010. Etown Ministerium put on the event to bridge the gap between the community and social service agencies.
A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is coming to campus Saturday. International Peace Symposiums will be taking place around the country, including right here in Elizabethtown. The event runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Hoover 110. The morning sessions is a panel discussing the topic, Disrupting the Cycle of Genocide. In the afternoon, another panel will take place titled Travel and Trade, Antidotes to Hatred and War. The event will conclude with keynote speaker Rich Harwood. The founder and president of the Harwood Institute will be speaking about his career working to create peace. The event is free to students and members of the community. You can reserve tickets using the link below.
Monday marked the kickoff of the Hispanic Heritage Month. It's celebrated nationally September 15th through October 15th, and Etown's Hispanic cultural clubs made sure it isn't forgotten on campus. Under a display of Hispanic and Latinx flags, the celebration commenced. Darcy Mills started by introducing the theme for the month, honoring the past and inspiring the future. Students were able to read displays highlighting important parts of various cultures, as well as talk to members of Etown's intercultural clubs, all while Hispanic and Latinx music played from the speakers. The clubs even brought candy and stickers for students, staff, and onlookers to enjoy. This isn't the last of the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. Check out the Etown's website for a full list of events taking place throughout the month.
Continue the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration with Intercultural Board Game Night. On Wednesday at 5 p.m., the Mosaic House will welcome all Etown Cultural clubs. Every club is invited to bring a game or activity for everyone to participate in. This is a great opportunity to meet new people on campus and learn something about a community you're unfamiliar with. This will be a night of fun, culture, and connection. Don't miss out. Now here's Amelia Rendzak with your weekly sports update.
Thanks, Molly. There were a lot of wins this week for Blue Jay sports. Last Friday, Etown field hockey took home a close win against Wilson College. It was truly a team effort, with 4 different Blue Jays scoring goals for their team. Freshman Sarah Watson led the 2 goals, while junior Hannah Long and seniors Rachel Troutman and Drew Bridges all scored 1. Wilson tried to come back in the 4th period with 2 goals, temporarily taking the lead, but it wasn't enough after 2 Etown goals in the last minutes of the game. This brought the final score to 5-4 in the Blue Jays' favor. Field hockey's next game will be Saturday night in Westminster, Maryland against McDaniel. Women's volleyball was seeing double on Friday with 2 3-1 wins in the same day. In the morning against Alvernia, the Etown Jays took the last 3 sets, cementing the win. Senior Kate Barron led with 10 kills, closely followed by Lucy Stanek with 8. It appears the sophomore was just getting warmed up though, because in Game 2 against Brooklyn College, she doubled her kills to a whopping 16. The Bulldogs suffered the same fate as the Golden Wolves, taking the first set and losing the last 3. The next games for women's volleyball come in a set is Saturday afternoon in Chambersburg. They'll face Wilson College at 11 a.m., followed by FDU Florham at 1. Both men and women's soccer had much less luck this past weekend. The men's team traveled to Franklin and Marshall for an eventful game. A diplomat goal early in the match would be the only score, leaving Etown with a 1-0 loss. Despite the Blue Jays' 5 shots on goal, they weren't able to make anything stick. The women took on Stevenson in an extremely even matched game. Both teams made 6 shots on goal, but the goalie saved every single one. No score was ever allowed, and the match ended in a tie 0-0. Both men's and women's soccer play again on Saturday. Come cheer on the women against Penn State Berks at home, while the men travel to Alvernia. Finally, current Etown students took home both wins for the Blue Jay Alumni Challenge. This past weekend, men and women's cross-country alumni returned to campus to take on their successors. Sophomore Addison Kleinley took home her first collegiate cross-country win with a time of 17:25. She was followed by senior Gwen Young and junior Keely Fitzgerald with times of 17:34 and 18:24, respectively. Alum Kelty Oster came back for the challenge and finished in 4th. The current Blue Jays beat out the alumni with 17 points to their 44. For the men, the competition was a lot closer. Alum Matt Fick took first at 13:50, but the Blue Jays still won by 3 points with a final of 26-29. Junior Derek Kendig placed second with a time of 13:58, followed by junior Will Inglis in 3rd and senior Marty Ratchford in 4th. Both men and women's cross country will compete at Dickinson Long Short Invitational next Saturday, the 27th. In pro sports, the NFL season is off to an exciting start after an impressive second week of games. The Cincinnati Bengals were able to clinch their 31-27 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, despite quarterback Joe Burrow's toe injury. Inside reported Burrow's injury requires surgery and will sideline him for at least 3 months. The Dallas Cowboys upset the New York Giants 40-37 in overtime. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Seattle Seahawks 31-17 after rookie player Caleb Johnson's unfortunate kickoff error. The Detroit Lions turned their luck around, beating the Chicago Bears 52-21. And finally, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles went head-to-head for the first time since the Eagles bested the Chiefs in last year's Super Bowl. Once again, the Eagles came out on top, beating the Chiefs 20-17. The Chiefs are now 0-2, making this their worst start since 2014. The WNBA has named Dallas Wings star Paige Bueckers Rookie of the Year. Bueckers earned a nearly unanimous vote from the voting committee made up of sports writers and broadcasters. Last year, she led UConn women's basketball to their 12th national championship and was selected as the #1 overall draft pick for the WNBA. This season, Bueckers had the highest point total in the league and the highest ever for a rookie. That's all for the sports this week. Now here's Jaime Gallick with your weekly weather report.
Thanks, Amelia. Welcome to the Weekly Weather Watch, where we cover the weather once a week, rain or shine. I'm your host, Jaime Gallick. The late season heat wave continues this week. Today, Thursday the 18th, will start off cloudy with the sun breaking through in the afternoon. The high is 81 and the low is 59. Friday will be sunny and a steamy high of 85 with a low of 57. Saturday cools off slightly with a high of 78 and a consistent low of 57. We'll lose a bit of the sun on Sunday with partly cloudy weather. Expect a similar high of 77 and a low of 59. There will be more of the same on Monday with a high of 78 and a low of 62. Tuesday maintains the partly cloudy weather and warms up slightly with a high of 82 and a low of 64. To round out the week, Wednesday will be more of the same. Expect partly cloudy weather with a high of 81 and a low of 62. Thanks for tuning in to the Weekly Weather Watch. I'm Jaime Gallick. See you next week. Now back to Molly and Katie in the studio.
Conservative political figure Charlie Kirk is dead at 31 years old. He was shot at a Turning Point USA event at Utah Valley University. Kirk was hosting a live debate when the gunman opened fire, leaving him fatally wounded. The sniper has been identified as 22-year-old college student Tyler Robinson. He was captured on the surveillance footage fleeing the scene and was taken into custody after a family member contacted authorities. Robinson has been charged with aggravated murder and could face the death penalty. Popular online gaming platforms Roblox and Discord are being sued by the mother of a California teen who took his own life. Rebecca Dallas filed a lawsuit alleging her son Ethan was groomed on the platforms, which led him to take his own life at just 15 years old. Ethan's mother says he was targeted and threatened by a man posing as a child. The lawsuit claims that the lack of parental controls and age verification on the platforms puts children at risk. Dallas is seeking a jury trial and compensation. The United States and China will likely finalize a deal over ownership of TikTok in the coming weeks. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says a framework deal has been reached. This comes after a fourth round of trade talks in Spain. President Trump and Chinese Premier Xi Jinping are scheduled to speak this Friday to finalize the deal. Bessent says the objective is to switch to U.S. ownership.
The legendary actor Robert Redford has passed away at the age of 89. He was best known for his roles in The Natural and Butch Cassidy in The Sundance Kid. Redford also won the Best Director Oscar for his 1980 film, Ordinary People. He helped found the Sundance Institute, which sponsors the annual Sundance Film Festival. The 77th Emmys took place this past weekend, hosted by comedian Nate Bargatze. 15-year-old actor Owen Cooper made history as the youngest ever male to win an Emmy for acting. His performance in Adolescence earned him the award for an actor in a limited TV series or movie. Seth Rogen's comedy series, The Studio, won the most Emmys of the night. Apple TV's hit show scored 13 awards. The Penguin took 9 Emmys home, followed by Adolescence, Severance, and Saturday Night Live, each with 8. Coachella has announced their 2026 lineup. Many popular singers are joining the festival. Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, and Karol G were announced as the 3 headliners. Artists like Teddy Swim, Cat's Eye, and Somber will also be performing.
That's all for this week, Jays. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at ECTV40 for all the latest updates on our shows. I'm Katie Hartman.
And I'm Molly Finkin. Have a great week, and remember to
Take flight, Etown!